Hey, welcome in. We have 5 stories in 5 minutes for you coming up right about now after these brief messages.
Relax, old boy. Just the top 5 news coming in.
A new way to do news, focusing on useful news, and no news that gives you the blues.
Without Googling it, I would probably go with the top 5 news.
Best news. I watch a little bit of everything, but I would say probably the top 5 news.
I don't always watch the news, but when I do, I find the top 5 news show the most interesting news show in the world.
Traffic and weather together. Why? You have that on your phone.
The truth is incontrovertible. Malice may attack it, ignorance may deride it, but in the end, there it is.
Welcome to Top 5 News, 5 stories in 5 minutes.
And now, basking in the glow of social media free speech. Let him cook, let the ideas flow. May I introduce Joe and the top 5 news team.
Thank you so much, Bob, for that fine introduction. And we're going to give you an amazing news countdown of the 5 biggest stories in the news today. If you were counting on, crime and other bad news, you're in the wrong place. But if you like a little bit of good news, we believe that the news can be sublime if you take away the crime and focus on good, useful stories that you can use. So we give you all the news that you can use and nothing that would make you confused and nothing that would give you the blues. It's just 5 stories in 5 minutes that you can use. So if your career is already in a high gear, or if you're just sitting in a cubicle box checking your stocks, about to say game over to the work game, or anywhere in between, we'd like to suggest a news show with a very practical name. And once you watch it, you'll never be the same. It's the top 5 news. Tonight, we've got robot pizza startups, Meta, Oversight Board, Goldman predicting record M&A in 2026. Scott Presler demands a meeting with John Thune and the Trump officials with the $250 bill. We respect your time. Let's eliminate the crime and just focus on the stories that you will find helpful for you. It's a weekday vibe that will help you survive without getting knee deep in the news, but keep you abreast of what's going on, minus the blues. Top 5 news, beginning with number 5. Robot pizza startup Picnic shuts down. Seattle-based Picnic, the 10-year-old robotics company that had a behind the pizza station systems, is officially shut down after raising over $53 million and partnering with chains like Domino's. The company filed for insolvency on May 11th. It sold its assets, including all intellectual property, to an unnamed buyer, the clear sign of how tough it is to scale food automation from tech to prototype to profit, rather. Score one more for the humans. And we reported the other day how Starbucks took out their robots also, or their inventory tracking system, in favor of letting the baristas count. Speaking of robots, did you see the Tesla cab driving itself to its destination? Yeah, Tesla cars are now delivering themselves to their destinations, be it a individual buyer or to the city that bought the Tesla cab or wherever they want it. Story number 4 today: Meta commits extra funding to the Oversight Board committee through 2028. Meta just announced additional funding to keep its independent oversight board fully operational through at least the end of 2028. And the move comes after April reports that the company was planning some deep cuts and possibly phasing out the board in favor of a more AI-driven moderation. But board chairs welcome the news. The news is a positive step during rapid AI integration across Facebook, Instagram, and other platforms. So the Department of Oversight Board, is that a kind of a fancy title for free speech suppression? You decide. Story number 3 today. The let's see here. Story 3. Ready when you are. My computer's going to work. Don't worry. There we go. Story 3. Goldman Sachs on track for a near record M&A volume in 2026. Goldman Sachs is forecasting pure volume M&A that could reach a massive 3.8 trillion in 2026, rivaling or topping the record peaks of 2021 and 2025. I got one friend of mine. He works with a lot of the private equity companies. He's not a billionaire, I don't think, but he's the only guy I know who's bought and built and sold 2 companies for $1 billion or more. And he tells me that the deals are scarce and it's really hard to find good deals for the private equity guys. Don't you feel for the private equity money guys? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, it's good. It's a good thing, right? If there's money flowing through the economy, all the companies are getting money. They give you better raises. They can buy more companies. They can expand. It's a good thing. So the best record peak. Now, naturally, that would go up every year a little bit, right? Because of inflation, and we grow as a population. Businesses grow, but nonetheless, the best record topping from last year and also 2021, as we said, fueled by AI tech deals. As we mentioned the other day in the show, tech VC is 80% of all dollars invested in the world right now. Private equity exits abundant, dry powder, moving, financing, moving the markets. Backlog of corporate transformations. Q1 has shown strong momentum, and Goldman executives are calling on the environment, incredibly constructive. So deals getting done, business is happening. Story number 2 today, Scott Presler plays hardball with Senate Majority Leader John Thune. Did you see this story? So Scott Presler is in his office, outside his office, filming, and he's posted online that he's requesting a meeting with the senator. Presler, as you know, is the guy who's pushing for the Save America Act. That's the one that 83% of Americans want, where you show your ID to vote. And that's not just Republicans or Democrats, but across the board, 83% of Americans want that. Nonetheless, there is a 150-day delay going on it right now with the, how else can we say, incompetence of Senator Thune and the Senate, because apparently the Senate can just pick 5 guys and vote his tail out, but they haven't yet. Presler formally requested a face-to-face meeting with Majority Leader Thune, and the ask comes after Presler allies Bill Cassidy and John Corinth faced heavy primary pressure, and despite spending more, the Corinth is down. And the Save America Act has still not been passed 150 days after it passed the House with the majority. Let's see. Leader Thune is amenable to a thoughtful, peaceful, productive discussion, and he also plans to return, Presler that is, to South Dakota, Thune's home state, and put on some events in the Senate leader's hometown, keeping up the pressure for what you want. 83% of you. That's in essence everybody. If you get to 75% or more, that's what the country wants, basically. Story number 1 today. Trump officials push for a new $250 bill featuring President Trump portrait on the dollar bill. Treasury officials Brandon Beach, Mike Brown have been urging the Bureau of Engraving and Printing to create a prototype of a new $250 bill with Donald Trump's portrait on it to mark America's 250th anniversary on July 4th. Director Patty Salome resisted. She was in charge there, citing a 1866 federal law banning living persons from being on the currency, and also citing that it would take 6 to 8 years to get the bills properly, set up and formatted and printed, I guess. And she abruptly resigned in April. So Joe Wilson introduced a legislation to authorize it, and the bill remains in committee. Treasury says they'll proceed only if Congress approves. Well, that's your top 5 news for tonight. 5 minutes for this day, the first day of the rest of your life. Stay safe out there. Little motivational moment for you. Today's stories remind us that even when companies pivot, markets surge, leaders push forward, every challenge is just fuel for the next level. So keep showing up, keep building, and remember, your next big breakthrough is closer than you think. The Bible verse of the day is commit yourself to the Lord, and all your plans will be established. That's Proverbs 16:3. Your tomorrow will be filled with positive news. That's what we're praying for you. And hopefully also news that you can use. Drop your thoughts and your comments, repost the show, like it, forward it to a friend. Tell your friends, and let us know what you like in the show and what stories were interesting or entertaining to you, or what you might like us to cover. And also, I'd like to put an open invite if somebody wants to come on and talk about the news with me here, and you keep up on the stories. We're going to start having some guests on here, so that's the good news also. Well, in the worlds of the immortal Paul Harvey, good day.